Right, with this, it's time to shift focus to Remsons Industries, which is trading in green in today's trade. And I have with me Mr. Rahul Kejriwal, who is the Executive Director at Remsons Industries. Mr. Kejriwal, welcome to ET Now. My first question to you regarding the recent order wins of over 80 crore. Tell us about it.
So we have global locations and global customers, and we keep to our path to journey to 1,000 crores from here, where we are standing at today at about 373 crores. So this is all part and parcel of our journey to get there, and we won this order wins through our global acquisitions and orders.
Right. Hi, this is Ankita also joining in. Rahul, tell us about your company firstly. Tell us about your business model. What are you into? And as I can see a couple of news flows here, we also have a strategic licensing agreement that you have with AUSUS automotive system that's in Brazil. There's an order win, and you've also acquired BEE Lighting. Talk to us about that as well, and what does your company do? Take us through your business model as well.
Okay. So our company Remsons Industries is almost about a 60-year-old company, and it was started by my grandfather and then expanded to by my father. So I'm third generation business into this. We started predominantly as a cable manufacturing company, automotive mechanical cable manufacturing, then ventured into gear shift systems. Now with the change in the climatic conditions of the automotive industry and more electrification, electronics coming in, we ventured into a different product line. We've also acquired companies like sensors, lighting, to enhance our product portfolio, going from a mechanical to in the mobility sector to electronics and lighting, adding to our portfolio also. So BEE Lighting we acquired, they have very niche customer base like Lamborghinis and Porsche GTs and McLarens and all. They do high-end headlights, tail lights, interior lighting for those companies. And part of our expansion also shall contribute a lot through the geographic expansion of our markets. So we've also had a tie-up with AUSUS in Brazil to tap into the local South American markets. And we should be further expanding our geographies into North America to expand the North American market. So our whole journey going into our growth structure will come not only from India but from a global space.
All right, you mentioned about third generation. That caught my attention. How are you balancing the legacy with the transformation? And more than that, I also see that you have a plan of capex for next 4 to 5 years. Talk about it.
Okay, so like I said, I'm third generation. So what evolved from a modest startup with a bold vision. So I see myself as a bridge between the company's proud legacy and the future that we are actively building. The foundation that was laid by my grandfather, expanded by my father, was built on values of quality, perseverance and integrity, and those remain non-negotiable as of today as also. And at the same time, with the world's demands of agility, innovation and global, I do see ourselves emerging as a key global automobile ancillary brand from India. It's not only an aspiration, it's our responsibility today to keep up with the times. So yes, that's something about us and the way we're looking forward to it.
So what gives you confidence for such kind of capex of 100 crore over next 4 years?
Because we have the largest strong order book as of today, and so our capex is in two parts. One is for the organic and one is for the inorganic order growth. We've already booked in large amounts of orders, so the capex is required for the execution, some part for execution and some part for further acquisitions, expansion to geographical territories to meet the upcoming demands from the market.
Right. Rahul, also as I can see, Remsons has been a trusted partner for leading OEMs, for decades. Could you elaborate on your product portfolio and how have you been innovating to stay relevant in this automotive ecosystem?
So from our product portfolio, we are doing mechanical cables, shifters, winches, pedal boxes, sensors, electronics, like I said, headlamp, tail lamp, and we are adding more product range as well. And we are also venturing into tier 1 into the railway sectors. We're already supplying them for 15 years. We are increasing our product portfolio with them. We are already invested into India's first patented geared electric three-wheeler company, keeping in tune with the electrification move by the government. We're trying to stay updated in all aspects.
Right.
talk us about your strategic priorities. You mentioned about capex, but EV is also one of your priorities which has been listed out. How much focus you want to put in at EV per se?
So all our products as such are close to EV agnostic. When we decided to move from mechanical cables to product lines, we decided to choose on EV agnostic product lines. So whether it's an ICE engine or an EV engine, our products are absolutely agnostic. Apart from that, we do see that shift into the EV space, and as a result we invested into electric three-wheeler gear manufacturing. So it's a patented product as well, and so we are taking that as a separate, but mostly our products remain to be agnostic of product lines, of fuel lines.
Right. Also, Rahul, one of your strategic priorities is increasing exports revenue share. Now, exports has been a very important part of your business. Could you share some international markets that are contributing to your business, and what are your expansion plans to newer geographies?
So Europe and US today contributes to whatever exports that we are doing.
Okay.
We see a lot of potential in the US markets going forward, and like I said, we've already expanded we are expanding into South American markets, and there are certain markets that we are looking forward for further expansion. But yes, scalability and global expansion, moving up the value chain in terms of the product portfolio is where our focus is going to be in the next 3 to 5 years.
You mentioned about international markets, but the kind of news flow which has been there recently is keeping everyone on the edges, whether you talk about Trump or other global matters. The deadline is nearby. I want to understand that how much of your business is insulated from all this news, and you have announced about these order wins, but can you give a sense how this will translate into revenue visibility?
So most of our order wins will translate into revenue ability starting next year. We've got the development lead time that takes to bring these products to the market. And as far as the geopolitical scenario that everyone's talking about, so we are looking at the long term, and in the long term these things we do settle down and they don't remain going on for so long a time period. So we have not seen that effect so far yet in the global market scenario, and customers are still happy to place orders into us, even though we could be in India, we could be part of Europe, we could be anywhere. So from a long-term perspective, and our plan is the next 3 to 4 years, we don't see so much of a challenge coming there. Even any of the taxes that has been put in is not significant. It's not affected any of our exports so far.
Right, Rahul, so you spoke about your revenue visibility, but talk to us about your margins that has seen a remarkable improvement from 6% to over 10%. Now, as a component manufacturer, where scale and efficiency are critical, what strategic steps have helped you drive this margin expansion, and are you ensuring stability despite the challenges like raw material volatility and global supply chain disruptions?
Yeah, so margin improvement, basically we decided to move from basic mechanical cables up the value chain. So we are doing a lot of products like gear shifters, which have a higher value per vehicle. It also delivers better margins over there. All our exports businesses give us a better margins over there. So we've tried to move from a very, very domestic scale to a larger scale. Of course, scale plays a big part of this contribution. Like I said, moving up the value chain, and all our acquisitions that we have done, we've made sure that those acquisitions are part of our larger profit-making businesses. So altogether, it's pushed up the margins going forward. Sorry, what was your second question?
My second question was about basically being able to maintain the margin levels. Is it sustainable? How are you going to ensure that?
As for the raw material volatility which you mentioned was concerned, so that's pretty predominantly most of the large customers have a 6-month raw material moving contract. So that gets adjusted through the volatility. But yeah, I mean, we have to still take steps to control through scalability, cost efficiency, drive down the cost. That's a regular part and parcel of our business. We are very attuned to that by now.
Okay. All right, Rahul, thank you so much for taking the time out and coming to the studio and joining us and telling us about your business and the growth roadmap ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And well, with that, it's time for us to slip into a short break. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we'll get all your questions answered.